This client was getting a blowout taper. So first I had to pin up his hair to expose the sides and the back to cut down the hair. It was almost impossible to get this guy's hair to stand up or to sit up. It looks like it's just curly, but it's extremely curly and they're tight curls. So what you see now is not the true length of his hair. If it's uncurled, it like I'd say it goes past his shoulders at the back. So every time I try to put it up in one of the clips, it would untangle or bounce out, which made it extremely challenging to keep it up. Here he's talking to his dad as we set up, but I typically tend to clip the hair up into 4 sections. I divide the hair at the front into 2 and divide the hair at the back into 2. Mainly because the clips that I have, they're big enough to do that. No other real reason for that. So apply the next strip, aka toilet paper, because I don't really see a reason why you would spend double the price of a roll on just neck strips. Personal preference. I know there's other barbers that would use neck strips, not me. So I consulted with the client before, but I'm just double checking with him, making small talk. Also combing out the hair at the front. So I would clip the hair at the front and then comb out baby hairs that I will be utilizing to make the front hairline. Instead of actually touching his hairline, I would comb imitation bangs or give the illusion of bangs by combing out hair from the top of his head into the front. I should have turned him closer to the camera or made the focus of the camera be at the front of his hairline so you could actually see what I'm doing. Now at the back, here I am combing it up. You can see how tight the curls are and how thick his hair is as I comb it up. It's like fighting with me to stay up, stay in my hand so that I have enough time to clip it. There. See? As I clip it up, there's curls bouncing out of it. So I'm gonna try again now. I need to get a wider teeth comb to get all his hair to stay up in order for me to clip it. Here I'm struggling to get all the hair up to clip the hair. See, every time I get it in position, it bounces back. Like a mind of its own. Finally, I get it up. But it's so thick that I'm like trying to scrunch it into a fist so that I can clip it in place. You'll see it doesn't stay. There, I think I have it. And then you'll see some hair jump out. Still working on the positioning of the camera in order to catch everything with minimal blockage of the view. See, it came out. So I had to take the clip out again, reset it. There you go. I think I got it. You'll see some hair fall out again. And at that point, I'm just so over it that I leave it. Not bad. Where I have to fade is exposed, so it's not too bad. When I think when I set the clip in the front section is when some of the hair will fall at the back. But it's exposed enough where I can get the fade done. There's the clip. Make sure nothing falls out. Now, I think I'm done setting the sections. So as here's there. One of the curls at the back fell out. This is the last section I'm setting into a clip. And you'll see me grab my Low Pro FX1 clippers and start debulking. I use the number 2 with the grain on the sides and at the back. Take out some bulk, and then I will be using my 1 guard against the grain on the sides and the back to remove the remaining bulk and then begin my fade. Oh, some of the hair fell out of the first section that I made. Yeah, I'm just double checking, making sure the area that I'm going to be fading is exposed. Yeah, I'm trying to re-secure the curls that came out. Look at that. Fist full of curls, and it's still fighting to stay in place. There. It falls again, but it's just like whatever. I have the view. I can work with that. I guess some curls fell out there too, why I had to reset the clip. Looks like it's not to my liking, so I'm going to try one more time. Get a more secure placement of the clip, exposing the back. It's just hair everywhere. Double checking everything exposed that I need to clean up. Yep. So I grab my clippers and begin to debulk. If you were here from the beginning, when I first started social media posts, you'll remember that my trimmers and clippers were all corded clippers and trimmers. Now I got the Babyliss Low Pro FX clipper and trimmer. It's like night and day. They have a lot of power. Surprisingly more power than I thought to cut through the hair and produce nice blends. Here I am debulking. Making sure not to nip any of the curls that fall out of the bundle that I've clipped up. Going against the grain with a 2 guard, debulking the hair at the back. Not too much is coming off, so that's telling me that I can go ahead and use the 1 guard against the grain. It's always better you use a bigger guard and take off too little, and then you can switch the guard and take off more hair versus starting off with a really low guard and then taking off too much hair at one shot. Then you're stuck. Well, not stuck, but you got to improvise the haircut and change it up from what you originally planned or what the client originally asked for. So here I'm using a 1.5 guard against the grain. You'll see I'll step to the side and it'll be in view. 1.5 against the grain to take down some of the bulk before I start fading into the hair. Just move over so it's in view. Come on. There you go. Having a pretty intense conversation with the client's dad about real estate. I'll start miking up so that you can actually hear the conversations that we're having while clients are getting cuts. Some of them are quite interesting. You'll see I'm going to come in with a 1 guard against the grain, removing the remainder bulk from the sides. I should have turned them on an angle so you could actually see the sides, see what's actually coming off. It's a learning process, setting up these cameras, figuring out all the angles I want to utilize to create the best visual per cut. So it's guard closed, level guard 1, lever closed as a debunk going against the grain. I go over the same spot a couple times to ensure I get all the hairs. Guard 1 with the grain first, remove the bulk, and then I'm going to go against the grain to make sure all the hair is as uniform as possible before I start to work on the skin fade. Here you can see going against the grain, I removed most of the bulk. The closer I get to the top of where I separated the hair, you see I'm flicking out. It's like a upwards and flick out motion. I don't want to make any more hard lines. Here I'm using my Low Pro FX1 trimmers to clean up the hair on his neck and make a more prominent guideline at the bottom, which will be easy to flick out with the Low Pro FX clippers, as both machines are zero gapped. I think the clipper is a little too close to the blade because I did see at the end of his haircut that he did get nicked. So I will be having to adjust the blade. There was a lot of shirt blockage, so some of the fade is not on tape, but here I'm going against the grain, lever halfway open, removing the bulk. Now I'm going against the grain on the sides, no guard, clipper halfway open, removing the bulk, working on the fade. On to the last side now. Clipper halfway open, no guard. Working into the fade, you can see I'm going up and flicking out. What you see at the back is what his sides look like as I'm slowly erasing that bald guideline. Here you see I'm prepping the last pass through on the bald guideline. I'm going against the grain with the guard, well, with the blade halfway closed. So it's gonna lay down any hairs, lay down and remove any hairs that are sticking out. And when I go up against the grain with the guard or the machine closed, it's gonna take out that last line you see at the back and the sides. So the last step here is no guard, clipper closed, removing the